Good morning. It is Sunday, August 9th. Got up, got ready, getting ready for church, and we have just under 3 hours until the Dwarven Forge Wildlands Kickstarter launches. So I'm getting my phone charged up because I don't know if Mom and Mike are going to want to go out to eat after church, but if they are, then I'm going to still be out with them whenever it launches, so I'll be checking it on my phone in that case. Either way, can't wait. But for now, I'm heading to church. And I arrive, and that's an instrument I don't recognize. I'm intrigued. Who's playing? What do we got here? It's a very pretty instrument. It's the youth band. Always awesome.
I raise a hallelujah. Heaven comes to fight for me.
And church was great. Message was really just sort of catching up, restating all, the values and views of the church, catching up for some newer folks, refreshing in the minds for those who've been around. But worship was great. We had a couple of the folks that lead the youth group, and then some of the folks that they have a little worship band with, and they do fantastic. I love when there's someone new up there and we get to just hear and worship with someone new. So that's fun. Afterwards, not only talked to David, which he's I've gotten to do that half the time, but Addison was there, and Addison has basically been going to the second service. So I haven't gotten to catch up with him since this whole pandemic, and that was great fun to talk with him, see how things have been going. He's gotten into Critical Role during the whole pandemic thing, so great fun. Love getting to catch up with him. However, Mom slept in, and so her and Mike are going to the second service. So rather than heading to lunch with family right now, I am instead heading home. I'll get to be at home at my computer for the launch of the Dwarven Forge Kickstarter, and then we'll go out to lunch after, when they're out of church. But quite exciting. Gonna head home and check out Wildlands. 2 minutes remaining. They're doing like a live stream for the launch, so which makes it even better that I got to come join it from home as opposed to just looking on my phone, because I would not be able to do any of this if I was out with family. And I'll get to go lunch with them shortly, and they're bringing in the animals. They got the dog and the cat. Dwarven Forge seems like such an awesome company. Ed now, he... So they broke $1 million already. We haven't even gotten lunch yet. They're doing good. And so that was a fun Kickstarter launch. At this point, I'm thinking probably $700, but I know I'm gonna want to spend more as more things get revealed. Really, I already looking at it, I'm like, I would want to spend quite a bit more. I'm interested to spend several $1,000s more. But I think whatever the set that I'm looking at right now is probably the biggest I'll probably be able to go. and then probably just doing some add-ons to add a little bit more variety. But stuff looks beautiful. It was fun, you know, Twitch launch party stream that they did, and I'm in on that. I've still not looked at all. Like, I think there's a few more videos showing off some of the stuff that I did not get time to watch. But got the message from Mom, so heading up to Gingham's to meet family for lunch. Yeah, whatever. Sample platter, since Mom wanted to come to Gingham's, and I was just here the other day and had a salad, so I had to get something different. Ooh, a little bit of salad. I don't think I'll eat that. Wonderful meal. Nice time with family. Back home to continue looking through the details on the Wildlands. I don't know, to some extent they are definitely planning to continue revealing things, showing off what the different add-ons are, of course hitting stretch goals as the next, I think, 24 days, you know, progresses. So to some extent I can only look at so much so far, and more will be added over time. And a couple more hours just digging through all the Kickstarter stuff from Dwarven Forge. I've pretty much seen all there is to see today. It is very clear that there will be things being added throughout the campaign the next 24 days, I think. So there will be plenty more to see, but I've basically looked at everything at this point. And while obviously as things are revealed and stretch goals are met, it may change. I think I've come to the point I'm pretty happy. The river banks in the forest are the same banks as the swamp uses for all of its little land masses. So a bank for a swamp could lead into a forest if I have forest landmass. So I think what my goal will be is probably to get the swamp area, which includes lots of banks and enough like water, ground cover to do that, and then probably to add some forest landmass so that I could use the banks to extend it a little bit and just have a forest that is kind of, you know, a little smaller, or I could use the forest land to make a bigger swamp with more dry ground, just have a swamp, just, you know, basically to get both. I might go a little bit into the mountains, but I might let the mountain stuff basically all be things after the Kickstarter, you know, things I'll get later. But I'm thinking I'll probably focus on, you know, the main thing will be swamp, and then adding some forest stuff, forest landmass, some of the trees from the forest once those are available, so that I get more living trees, because a lot of the it's like a creepy forest, so a lot of those trees are like dead or gnarled or things. So that's kind of where my brain is kind of going at this point. Enough that I feel pretty confident with I'll be able to get some good stuff and be pretty happy with what I've gotten within my theoretical budget. And I didn't accomplish much today either, so not the most accomplished weekend, but today felt good. You know, most of the day, you know, I started with church, and that was great, and then into all the Dwarven Forge Kickstarter stuff with a little family time in the middle. All great. Since stepping away from that, I did end up back to it briefly as they released the day's updates, showing off some new stretch goals, which we've now almost gotten through all of those as well. You know, I made some spaghetti Alfredo, watched the finale to Stephen Plays Fallout 4, long awaited, and very fantastic. And it's getting late. I'm thinking getting about time, trying getting to bed. Ready for the week ahead. Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.